I'm gonna break this up. I'm gonna talk about New Jersey. No, not New Jersey. Pennsylvania. Now, changing the term mother and father. I'll deal with that next. I want to talk about what is a woman nut ball association, aka the W in Butch A. I get it. It's a bunch of confused females. You got a couple of straight females, but it's predominantly a bunch of confused, pretend to be female. Pretend to be male or whatever. Male playing, want to play. I don't know. Listen. When I saw the term YHoes and that these a segment of the WNB Butch, whatever, want to be called YHoes, the league needs to fail because they're out here getting attention. See, but they're women, whether they want to realize it or not. And I'm gonna tell you why they're women. I'm gonna define your dumb league for you. As a woman, I don't watch the WNBA. I like men. I don't want to see females. But if I did watch females play sports, I'm going to watch females who are not as dramatic, drama queen, asinine, mean girl spirited, bigoted, prideful, arrogant. But they're the epitome of everything in the society and in the culture today, which is pushed and upheld. And it's no more telling than to announce that you want to be called YHoes. And the disgraceful part is you have people that will continue to take their daughters. If you're taking your young daughters to see anything that had to do with them, because you want them to see why would you want them to be anything like any part of that? It's nothing to be part of. They don't like differences of opinion. They have a mean girl spirit. It's everything that you see when you grow up in high school and elementary school. And also when you see, let's face it, PTOs. I was having a conversation with a gentleman at work the other day, and we were talking about females. And he was talking about, we were just talking about the mean, because I asked how his daughter was doing, with her new school. Mean girls. We all know mean girls. That's why I'm like, I don't know why women, except for the delusional female Jezebel spirited types, why you sit and lie to yourself about who exactly some of us are. We are perverted of mind, liars, manipulators, cheaters, whoremongers, whores, no discretion. Just like that verse in Matthew, you got like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who lacks discretion. I did a whole video on that on my YouTube. The female, I'm over females at this point. It's two groups of females. You have females who really want to do right, live right, love their children, love God, love their families, and want to do better in life. Then you have those who are just, I am she bitch, hear me roar. Those are the ones who need to be stayed away from. You got these stupid, overly feminism has turned into it's beyond a cancer. I think a lot of people have woken up this week or the past week and are like, I don't like what I'm seeing. I haven't liked what I'm saying because I always knew we would get to the point where it's stupid. We have clamorous, loud, foolish women that don't know a damn thing, honestly, but they think they can talk about any and everybody else. And when I say you don't know anything, you might know something about what you want to know about, but you really don't know anything. Because if you did, you wouldn't be sitting up here talking about you want to be called a hoe. You want respect, but you want to be called a hoe. You want to earn a certain type of money, but you don't draw in that type of money. You live in the land of la, and you're delusional. You fly up and down the court, and then you elbowing each other on the court. You mad, you hiss. Mean girls, mean-spirited. Yes, men get in the brawls, they get in the fights. But you know the thing about men, if they have a problem with another man, they either going to get into it, they're going to throw hands, and they're going to keep it moving. Or they're going to get it out their chest, they're going to say what they got to say, and they either going to agree to disagree. But if they got to broker a deal, or they have to work with you in order to keep their bag, see, they know if it's a mutual bag to be gotten, they're going to get to the bag. Oh, no, not dumbass females. Oh, no. Your feelings are over everything, and that is what's wrong with all this feeling-led society. I have told you all before numerous of times. Anybody that has heard me non-stop feelings, and we all supposed to know, especially in my age group. But a lot of people in my age group are just big age fools. They're not mature. We have a maturity problem. We have a growth problem. We have a maturity and accountability and responsibility problem. And it all comes because you all have cut yourselves off from God. So now we have young women out here talking about they want to be called young hoes, but yet they want to be taken seriously. It will take grown men to tell you why hoes are not held up to a certain... Hoes don't get a pedestal. You know who gets a pedestal? It's a gentleman that posted a video this week, and I was like, bravo. The very thing that you all need is what you try to shun. But men, as I told you before, forget all the shunning. They don't like you no way. Say what you gotta say. Because it's enough of us out here that are with you than we are with these foolish females. Who wants foolish females to be the face of them? They were not happy. So now y'all got YNs, which are young niggas, which I did a video last summer. I was like, why would you call young men young niggas? Because all you doing is solidifying and speaking that death into them. Because that mindset is death, is jail and is death. So now you got these young girls that are supposed to be professional basketball players. They want attention for all the wrong reasons. That's why you know that the league is a Women National Basketball Association. Women, well, they're not even women. They should be FNBA. Because real mature grown women, we don't need to do any and everything and make ourselves get attention by being whores or over exaggerating our sexual activity or even discussing our sexual activity just by our presence and appearance and femininity. My friend likes for me to wear dresses. So when I see him, I wear a dress. What man wants to be, if he want a hard looking, maybe masculine, feminine, them the ones that like boys. So that's why they like the trannies. But a real man wants to see a woman in a dress. They don't want you running around calling yourself a hoe. My ass me want me calling myself a hoe. Men are not, you could be a hoe for your man, but y'all out here, y'all want to be hoes. But then again, when your mama and them is hoes. Because see, this is we have a problem with. We have older women now that they either had a late phase where they wanted to be a hoe, or somebody told them they was missing something being a hoe. Being a hoe is not where it's at. They might make it try to say it look good or look fun, but I bet you they go home, they sad, they lonely. You got to keep performing and doing more things and more stunts to get attention. Attention seeking. Hoes are the biggest attention seekers ever. Females that don't know themselves, don't have no value in themselves, and refuse to seek God, will call themselves hoes. I have never, in any point in my life, when we were growing up, our parents never stirred us into being YNs or hoes. C. Dolores Tucker was absolutely right. Rap music should have been banned because it has gone entirely too far. Everything the culture touches now, it perverts, just like its father Satan. When you have young women wanting to call themselves young hoes, that league is a mess. And everything is about getting attention. And I know it's probably marketing. They think they're going to get more money. Or well, if we out here hoeing, what, they're going to be in stripper outfits next? Because if you're a young hoe and y'all not making the money that you think you're going to make, what y'all going to turn the league into OnlyFans? So y'all can draw a crowd to get money? It's the welfare. That's it. The Welfare National Basketball. So the Welfare League. You have to be subsidized by the NBA because they draw a box office. You all don't. And instead of sitting down and just focusing on your game and marketing in a better manner, you keep doubling down on being a culture of hoes because that's what the culture wants now. Hoes, dead males, or emasculated males, or effeminate males, and hoes. And no children. But you know who likes that? Satan and the people who are coming here to take over. They don't care if you kill yourself. That's less that they gotta kill when they decide to attack. I know a lot of people think that they're so intelligent and so wise, but you don't really see the demonic and the devil in the plans that's going on around you when people are outwardly labeling themselves. And you always have people that call themselves names they shouldn't call themselves. But you have people now being held up as icons or things to be, and especially the children. And you have stupid mothers and grandmothers and fathers. Well, not fathers and not mothers, not grandmothers, not grandfathers. Old fools that have children in their lives that they're actually teaching this foolishness to. Never in my life, my mother, first of all, where are these players' parents? And I'm sure they probably paying some of their bill, but come on, at what point does anybody have a line anymore? Do you tell your daughter, no, that's not a representation you want to have? Young hoes. Y'all supposed to be making what, 6 figures? You should be being literal, maybe actual role models, but when you whine all day for a living, y'all are stupid. Entitled, stupid, selfish, moronic females. And you're the Welfare League. And the commissioner is trash. The owners are trash. Because if you want your representation to be, so y'all pimps now, running hoes with basketballs, that league needs to, like everything, there's a whole lot of things that need to be divested from. But y'all don't boycott the right things. You don't. Most of these things you're boycotting for reasons that don't even, it's something that somebody thought or think, or they done took something too far and ran off with it, or it's something that somebody is a hoax at the end of the day. When you dust it off and go look for the receipts, you find out it's a hoax, but won't nobody know that because they don't tell you when something is found out to not be true. You just run with the lie. But what is true, being a hoe is nothing to be celebratory about. It's nothing to emulate, and it's nothing to take your young children or even yourself to. It's nothing to support or to finance. Let them hoes fail. They want to be young hoes, let them go out here and trick on the corner. Because it's obvious that they don't appreciate the skill of have basketball. So they want to be tricked, let them be tricked. I know there's some pimps out there. Go on over to the WNBA. I think it's the Washington Mystics at that. Go on over there. Tell them you got a proposition for them and run them. They want to be ran like hoes. Run them. I wish y'all would do better, but you won't.